Happy beautiful day. My name is Zaf Khan and I'm coming to you from Durban, South Africa. And I just want to highlight my experience with this amazing X39. So basically in December 2022, I was diagnosed with tuberculosis, which was growing on my spine. And it was a very trying and testing time because I was in dangerous waters. At the end of January is when I actually came to know I had TB. So it developed as a small cough during that time, and in January it got a lot stronger. My chest began to get a lot tighter, and I went and I basically got that diagnosis. However, at the time, I sat in the doctor's office and I went completely blind. I went completely deaf and I couldn't speak. It was like I was the only one in the room because the doctor didn't know what it was. And then a few days later, I went to a few doctors in the process, but I did a sputum test at the third doctor and they found that it was TB. So it was very scary as well because the first doctor didn't know what it was. However, during that time, I was on the drugs that were given, and between 3.5 to 4 months, I began to lose vision. My left foot got swollen, and it was really testing times. And I'm one to always listen to my body. So a friend reached out to me during those times, but I wasn't interested in anything. I just wanted to get my health back. So for 7 months, basically, I became bedridden. For the last 2 of that 7 months, I lost my voice. I couldn't speak. And if I did speak, you wouldn't hear much. That's how painful it was. And every time I coughed, my entire back turned blue. So it was very painful. I had to buy a new bed. I couldn't sleep on my left or on my right. I couldn't sleep on my back because the TB was basically shifting my spine a bit. That's how bad it was. So during that time, it was really testing times, and I'm always someone to basically consume superfoods. So I pinpoint down that being a determining life-saving factor as well that basically helped me. But there was something that basically I needed to push me over that line to get me to a full recovery. And remember I told you my friend reached out to me. So I finally got back to her when the pain was enough. And I do believe, God sends us people during times of crisis, and we get to choose, whether we want to go with it or not. And I'm someone who's always positive, so I said, I got nothing to lose. I want my health back, and I decided to try it out. So I tried the X39, and before that, during that 7 months, I only had 5% breathing capacity on my right lung. That's how bad it was. And the doctor said, Zaf, you may not make a full recovery of that lung, and you may have to get the portion of it basically removed, and that also scared me. So during that time, I said, whatever it is, I will find a way, and I will get a little bit better day by day. So I bought a sleeve of it, which came with 30, and I kid you not, in 3 days, I began to feel a lot more better breathing quality. So I used to cough every 20 seconds, and then I began to time myself 1 minute, and then 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour, no coughs. I began to time myself, and I began to make that little bit of progress, and by the 5th day, I was walking again. So all my bones were basically seized. I couldn't move my body. It felt like if I stretched my arm too much, I would probably break it. That's how bad it was. That's how joint and stuck those bones were at the tips and stuff. So in that 5 days, I basically began to feel a lot better. And within 2 weeks on it, I made a better recovery than I ever did from that 7 months of challenges. I began to walk again, began to exercise again, little bit, day by day. And eventually, 2 months in, it felt like I never got ill at all. So I made a good recovery. And by the way, I have much more than 80% of my breathing capacity back in my lung that was damaged, that I was told that I only had 5%. So I always believe if something is damaged, you can heal it. If something is dead, obviously you cannot do anything about it. So there's always hope. So that whole 90-day protocol, yes, I continued that on the X39. Did amazing things for me. I continued to exercise, and I know TB is a long road to recovery. And guess what? There are no signs of TB anymore. So that began to help me change my life. And obviously I added the other products in just to test and see. But the X39, I'm truly grateful for it and what it can do when you use it as well. So I hope this information basically, gets to people who need to know more about this product, and you can always get back to the person who shared you this video, because something as little as that impacted my life, and you know what, it may very well impact yours or the ones around you. So try it. Take the 90-day protocol, take the 90-day challenge, and see what it can do for you.